Okay. We're still live, but
That's fine.
We are hauling ass.
I like the microphone view on your screen right now.
It's like that stupid like all the dudes.
Am I back?
Yeah,
I
yeah.
must be back. Am I back?
Can you not hear or see us?
Test.
You're a little echoey though, Chris. Oh,
We
now
lost him. We lost him.
He must be testing stuff. That's fine. That's fine.
Much
Hello.
better.
There we are.
Yeah. The girls got home 15 minutes ago and they started jumping on all their various devices. So I switched over to the other Wi-Fi frequency.
You have two Wi-Fi frequencies?
I
Yeah.
do
Whole
too.
time and you didn't tell me?
Yeah.
I do too. I do too.
I got to keep one for me and one for everybody else.
Well, it is the Rockies.
It is.
What microphone are you using right now, Chris?
The blue.
Okay.
The blue. Nope, it didn't fuck me over.
Oh, you have a blue microphone, huh?
I do.
Fucking
kinda
went to
cute.
Guitar Center with a brand new credit card.
Oh no, I've had this thing for years.
I'm just teasing you.
That
you,
pops up every what if we do not have a Wayne's World reference at least one episode. I don't know if I wouldn't feel right, honestly. Would you guys at this point?
No, there has to be at
I don't
least
think
one.
so.
One Wayne's World reference per episode is the minimum. I actually went and tried after the episode before last when we had a Wayne's World reference. I was like, I want to go find a snapback for Wayne's World. I couldn't find one that was a decent price. So did you change rooms, Dusty? Like, did you move rooms?
Yeah, I have an old Sony Vaio that I just put a terabyte hard disk in. I brought Frankenstein back from the dead. It's the original tablet computer.
Nice.
Yeah, it's the oldest model that they can put Microsoft Edge on.
Wow.
I'm pretty sure.
That's awesome. It's very nice.
It has a
Should we get-
touchscreen, first touchscreen.
Let me Matt, real quick.
Holy
Sorry.
shit. Oh, what happened?
Uh-oh.
Get a shot glass while you're at it.
Get one.
He's got that bottle of Knob Creek or Hobble Creek. Is it Hobble Creek?
It might be.
Look at
It's
that.
hard to tell.
That's like
I always just
well
assume
whiskey.
it's McNaughton's.
No, that's Hobble Creek.
Is it?
Yeah,
McRotten's?
that's well. I think it's well. It's either well bourbon or it's. I think it's well bourbon.
I wanted to take an allergy pill real quick. I starting to feel a little stuffy. All right.
Oh, yeah. People think you got the vid.
Well,
No.
hey,
I just
Garrett.
get really congested. What's up?
you want to do a shot with me before we start? You got that Hobble Creek right behind you.
Oh no, that Hobble Creep. That's a punishment on the other show.
Is it really? What if I said you were a bad boy?
No, that Hobble Creek. You
What
see
if he
what
walked
that
over
is?
there and spanked you?
You guys, so you know how? Okay, fine. I'll take. So what this is? I'll tell you for
Okay.
anyone that. So if you listen to Sports Pro, this is a good way to shamelessly plug a sports program. On Sports Program, you guys are aware of a Washington football team changing the
Yeah.
name of the team, correct?
Yeah.
If we accidentally say Washington Redskins,
Oh, okay.
we have to take a shot of Hobble Creek.
Okay.
Fair enough.
And since
So,
I've now
Redskin.
said the R word, I will go ahead and take
Okay.
one.
All right.
Hobble Creek was decided because Sean Walters, our co-host, won week 1 of the Pigskin Pick'em, which, by the way, anyone watching this show, needs to play Pigskin Pick'em with us. You can't win the season, but you can win week by week, and that's still bragging rights at this point.
Oh.
Zach Swan says Washington Football Club for men. Yes. Zach, tonight our top 5 is going to be excellent. Hang tight. Well, okay, wait. So here, salud.
Saluto.
L'chaim.
L'chaim. Oh, hi, Mara. That must be what was dragging the thing down, was them watching us on the TV upstairs. Hi, sweetheart.
All right, I'm starting the show.
Okay.
God.
Gotcha.
Sean Walters, God damn you.
Oh, come on. It's just whiskey. Relax.
It's disgusting. All right. Oh, no, I want to start over.
Whoa.
Hey, everybody, welcome to the show. Welcome to Smartmark Wrasslin Radio.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to WrestleMania. Oh, no, wait, no.
Hey, music provided by Wide Stance. That's a little band that our friend Dusty Cats 88 on the Twitter is involved with. I'm at Derek on TSPN on the Twitter. We also, below us here, we got at Huds Magruder on the Twitter sphere. Of course, we are all a part of a conglomerate network called
Federation.
Time Spent Poorly Network. You can find all of this content and more at timespentpoorly.com. Of course, we're on Spotify, we're on iHeartRadio, we're on iTunes, we're everywhere where podcasts can be found.
Eduardo's added us to like 1,000 different.
Oh boy, yeah.
What they're calling them podcatchers now, I guess.
Hey man,
really
I've been seeing our shit on like suggestions for a lot of stuff. Like,
by the way, Eduardo also isolated our top 5 for last week, and that was fantastic.
I watched it.
That was funny.
Not to jerk my own dongus, but it was pretty good.
I went and rewatched that top 5, and I was like, as a 30-minute episode of just the top 5, I was elated at how good that was.
It was great.
I was pretty stoked.
Tonight, our top 5 is going to be top 5 non-wrestling celebrities who should be wrestlers. Huh? And then next week I think we'll do top 5 wrestlers who should not be anywhere near the ring.
No. Not near the ring. Maybe not even in sports.
Yeah.
Maybe not even near a bat or a boxing glove.
Even broadcasting. I know who Derek's going to pick on that one.
Ooh.
All right, so we're here. We're ready to go. Boy, when is Hell in a Cell? Hell in a Cell is next week?
Is it this Sunday?
I don't think. Let me look again.
I think it's next Sunday, I feel like.
Yeah, I got sidetracked while I was looking at articles today and ended up reading something from like 7 years ago.
I don't.
AEW last night, though, I did not watch it last night, but Mr. Zach Swan directed my attention to it, and I went and watched some stuff this morning. Jericho was absolutely hilarious last night. The Shining Star. I think Zach Swan says, love this. I want to say he sang it to the music.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, shit. Well, thanks, man.
Unless it was our ego stroking of ourselves.
This music is the new. This music is the new intro to the show. I think it fits. I feel like we're like the Inner Circle, though. Like now, like the Inner Circle comes out to a Fozzy song.
Oh, and now we're coming out to
a Wide Stance song. It feels right, doesn't it? It feels like it should be this way. It should have been the whole time.
Yeah, because Dusty's our Jericho, I think.
Dusty is definitely our Jericho. Are you kidding? He's got to be. I'm like our Paul Bearer.
I'm growing the hair out.
Oh yes! Are you growing the hair out?
Yeah,
Nice.
we're getting there.
Dusty, when do you get to be a performer again?
Well, Luke, my guitar player, is having some health issues.
Oh
So
no.
he's got to go to Tacoma to get a bone marrow transplant.
Oh wow.
So, but it's gonna save his life.
I wish him a very speedy recovery, and that is so scary. But
yeah, it's rough, man. It's rough. Like my mom's got cancer. My sister just passed away. Things are going really fucking weird, man.
Yeah.
So,
Randy, you're absolutely correct. Not to interrupt that. Randy's absolutely correct. Jericho and MJF are the shining stars of AEW, and I actually do agree with that.
Yeah. The MJF might be the best heel in wrestling today.
MJF keeps heel status outside of the ring, and I love it. That's so old school.
Yeah, I love him. But I also hate him. I want to see him get his head ripped off, which is his job. So,
but also, Dusty, I am sorry to hear about all of that stuff. This has been a shit year. Also,
man.
we could keep it real low. This past Monday was the 1 year anniversary of the passing of my mom. So, Mom, they have podcasts in heaven, and you're my biggest. She was the biggest fan of the Time Spent Poorly Network. That's an absolute truth. She listened to the shows religiously, and we had one less viewer 1 year ago this week.
Yeah.
So,
well, cheers, man.
Yeah. Cheers
to your mom.
Cheers.
Well, yeah. So it's been weird. So I hear there's some.
But you know what we have? We got wrestling, and
we got wrestling.
And wrestling.
Is that me? What happened? Is he doing an 80s credit ending?
He's Max Headrooming.
A lot.
We missed that whole thing.
We lost a minute and a half.
Well, I was gonna say I had through all of COVID, people were talking, like people at work were like, "Man, I miss sports. I miss this." I'm like, "Dude, watch wrestling. It's still going. Like this show's been fine because we've had wrestling this whole time.
Yeah,
we never missed it."
I was over at my dad's tonight. We were talking about them piping in crowd noise for the basketball games and the baseball games and the football games. And I said, wrestling wasn't doing it for like WrestleMania and a couple of pay-per-views either side and their shows there for a while. And it seemed really bad. And my older brother, the Beard, was like, weren't they pumping it into live events anyway before that when there were crowds and stuff? I was like, yeah. It's like, why'd they stop? No one knows. No one can answer that.
I think it was Vince throwing a fit, to be honest with you. He's a petty bitch.
But do you remember? I know we talked at length after WrestleMania about how just uncomfortable it felt.
Yeah, it was weird. It was so weird.
And you could hear everybody calling their matches to each other.
I was about to make a point, and of course, that's when everything. You guys went into.
It was about to go into a montage, man. It was like, believe it or not, I'm walking on air. I never thought I.
Did I freeze?
Yeah, it was and then, like credits rolled, like Leo DiCaprio.
Of course, and I was like,
and then I thought Dusty had frozen and so I thought it was me because he was like, wait.
Yeah,
and then he was like, "Is this me?" And I was like, "No, he froze."
It was on my end for once. I've gotten on my end. You guys will freeze up, and I just wait. I always just wait, and then when I go and rewatch it, it's always fine. Like it'll just so by me waiting, it always just turns out okay. If it's on my end though, we're fucked because I'm the one that everything's pumping through mine. So like.
Yeah.
But luckily with using StreamYard.com, which we do not get a sponsorship for this, but I'll say if you want to do podcasts, StreamYard.com is the way to go.
Yeah, like when you get hurt and you can't go to work, what's the...
But through StreamYard.com though, because we use a web-based one, if my end freezes up, you guys actually are fine.
Oh yeah,
because we don't use Zoom. It's not through anything. Right. It's through the internet. Like, and none of us had to download any software for this.
Right.
Which is also a bonus.
All through the browser, which I love. Yeah. All right. So, anything big that happened over the past week though? I mean,
nothing new, nothing exciting, nothing.
No, everything.
I'm gonna piss off Randy by saying that. Well, no, hold on. Loomis, what's his name? Dexter Loomis should have returned today. I haven't watched it yet, but he returned today. And the lady with the short hair and the piercings and the tattoos and the black lipstick, not Peyton Royce. She made her return too on NXT, or not NXT.
SmackDown?
What the hell? I like her. I think she's great.
Yeah.
Not Peyton Royce, the other one, the other gal.
Which didn't. So Peyton. Okay. So actually, no. There was some draft stuff. Yeah. There was
draft stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
So a lot of social media. So the draft stuff is still like lost on me. One thing I do like though is like some of the movement that they can use on like social media though. So Sami Zayn got drafted really low, and he's the current Intercontinental Champion.
Got a little tiny thing like this.
So Sami Zayn's the current Intercontinental Champion, and he got drafted really
in Ontario. Look at that thing.
Right? Oh yeah. So he got drafted really low, but he was able to come out and just be on fire on like social media. Like, I can't believe you drafted me so low. Like, basically this whole thing. Pretty cool. Also, Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens will be on the same show again now because Kevin Owens got drafted to SmackDown as well.
Are they both from they're both from Montreal, Quebec?
They're from they came up together. Like, they're like they're like the Edge and Christian, like the modern Edge and Christian.
Except they don't look like they should be in wrestling. Like, they don't look like wrestlers. Like, they both look like they work at a Tim Hortons. Like, yeah, I'll have a couple crullers and a cup of coffee, and like, like they don't look like wrestlers.
They run great.
That might come into play. That might come into play next week.
They do run good programs together though, and I like them being together. I think that's awesome. I saw a lot of stuff on social media for the draft. I like what I've seen on like social media, like the backlash from it, like Sami Zayn being drafted so low. It's like reminiscent of like NFL when a college player gets drafted lower than what he should, and he's like, man, you're gonna regret it. Like, they say stuff like that, and I'm like, man, that's kind of cool. Like, they're playing it like real sports, and I'm like, that's kind of cool. I like that.
You think they're doing it on purpose, or do you think it's just it's just a happenstance?
I think it's them. So I think
they're trying to make compelling television when they don't have what they did. They're missing.
Well, they better hire a new writing staff because I'm not that compelled.
I do think Sami Zayn is irritated in real life that he was drafted low. But I think in this case, when they allow him to go out in social media and say that, like, they're like, hey, this plays into the character, this plays into the show, like, do it, like, complain about it. But it is like real sports though, which, remember, we've talked about like AEW, I like the wins and losses, like the win-loss record.
It's great. I love it.
So I like that WWE is now kind of following suit, and especially since they're on Fox now, like, let's play into that. Let's be more like real sports. Like, you drafted me really low. Like, you son of a bitch. You drafted me really low, and I should be high.
Does Sami Zayn justify the complaining, though? Like, is he good enough to be like, yeah, he probably should have been drafted higher?
I think he's talented. I just don't like him.
He's a fantastic in-ring worker.
I mean, A-Rod is great, but I don't like him.
Yeah.
Who?
A-Rod.
Yeah. I mean,
anybody?
So I think
he just seems like a piece of shit.
I think Sami Zayn's a really good wrestler. Like, I like watching his stuff. It's just
He's
No,
abrasive.
you like him. You want to give him a little bit of the sip of wits.
I mean, I
You
like that
like
he
him,
like.
come
I
on.
like that. I like that he likes ska music, but because I love ska music. But I mean, between the two, I would take
Two-step, Derek. Two-step.
between the two. I would take Kevin Owens any day, though. I think Kevin Owens is a legitimate wrestler, and I think he should. I think Kevin Owens should be higher than where he is, though. I think Kevin Owens is fantastic. I also keeping in mind that I like Kevin Owens because, like, you don't see a lot of the big wrestlers anymore. Like, one of my favorite wrestlers is Bam Bam Bigelow.
Yeah. Oh,
And-
yeah.
Mhm.
Of course.
and-
We talked
and
about this. Yeah.
Yeah.
Beast
So
I
like,
dig that, man. I dig that
Yeah.
for real. Yeah.
so I like that Kevin Owens is out there, and he's not like ripped. Although Kevin Owens is in phenomenal shape compared to what he used to be. Like, he looks really good
Sure.
right now.
But he
But-
is kind of like that guy that wears the T-shirt at the water park.
He is. He's got a gut. But dude, the dude does the dude does a frog splash that looks
He's great.
amazing.
No, I really like him. Actually,
He does a senton and it looks so good. Like, he's a great wrestler.
Yeah.
I mean, so I would prefer Kevin Owens, but I like Sami Zayn too. I mean, I don't know. I like that being like that. So, and also Sami Zayn is also the current Intercontinental Champion. So I like him being like, how could you draft me so low? I have a
So-
fucking title.
I've got a belt. You should have put
Yeah.
me somewhere.
Well,
Yeah.
think about who he took that IC title from, Jeff
Exactly.
Hardy. And remember what we talked about earlier about he's my prediction for the next champ. He just got drafted to Raw.
Right.
Jeff did. So
Yes, he did.
so far, it's all going according to plan as far as
So far, you're
as
not
my
wrong.
prediction.
Your prediction's looking pretty good. He just got
I
drafted
mean,
to
it's
Raw,
not like
the
I
main
predicted
brand.
the Redskins to win the Super Bowl or anything.
Okay, here's a couple of tabs I left open from when I was looking around earlier. PWI's women's top 100 list. Bailey topped it. Becky Lynch, Asuka, Charlotte Flair, and Sasha Banks are that in that order. That's their top 5. What do you
Asuka
guys
should be
think about
number
that?
one.
Absolutely.
Asuka should be number one.
That's I don't know why they think Bailey. I mean, Bailey should be top 3 for sure, but
Yeah.
I wouldn't even like right now. Maybe I don't know.
I don't know.
I
don't
like heel. I like heel Bailey more than I liked her before.
Well, sure.
But she's still not in my top. I'd put Asuka 1.
Yeah.
I'd put Charlotte. You got to have in top 5.
I'll tell you. You know who I'd put
You
at the
think,
very bottom
though?
of the list? Natalia. Natalia is so hard to watch. She did a tag team with Lana that I watched against, I don't know, the Riot Squad or some job squad.
Some bullshit.
Natalia is so bad, dude. It's bad. Like, y'all thought Molly Holly was slow. You should watch this fucking
Who
slut
did she?
walking around.
Who did she tag with?
Lana. She's been doing.
So
Well, Lana's
Lana-
been doing this. Oh, woe is me. I'm a fucking.
Lana has gone through a table like once a week for the last 5 weeks. Have you noticed
They're
that?
doing who was the wrestler that had the long losing streak? Kurt
Well, they did it with
Hawkins. Was it Kurt Hawkins?
Kurt Hawkins.
Yeah, they're doing the Kurt Hawkins thing with Lana right now.
And-
She
and-
like cries every week. And
Are they
then-
punishing her for Miro being in AEW?
Probably. That's
I
probably
don't
exactly what's happening.
They put her, speaking of last week, they put her in blackface when she was with Booby Lindsley. Like, for real, like
I know.
actual blackface.
They dyed her hair dark, and then she was like tanning extra, and then wearing like tanning, like spray
Big
tan
Booby
too.
rings and shit. What the
Hoop rings like J Lo. She looked like she was doing blackface. Like, what's funny is like my wife, like you guys, like we do this show, so I'm able to basically pass wrestling through my wife. Like, hey, we got to watch this pay-per-view because I got to do this show. And my wife will be like, fine. And she sits there on their phone. You know, she'll watch some stuff here and there. She'll watch highlights. You know,
reading
like,
about
hey,
murderers on Reddit or some shit.
Yeah, so she's like on her phone, and I'll be like, hey, we're watching this thing, and she's like, okay.
Oh,
and,
fine.
And like halfway through, she'll go in and watch something else. Like she doesn't watch wrestling. We turn on the TV, and Lana's on there, and my wife had never seen her before. And we're watching Lana on there when she was with Booby Lindsley, and my wife goes, "Is that white woman doing blackface?" And I was like,
"No way!"
Yeah, that's the first
thing. Waiting for her to toss out a soft shoe and just be like, "Mammy."
Yeah, she goes,
no,
she goes,
not okay.
She goes,
bad Vince, bad Vince.
That woman's doing blackface, and I go, yeah, a little bit. A little
bit. Instead of like, you know how she used to come out and be like, Niemania, Rosev, Forgaje, Bulgogi. Like, it's almost like she was like, ladies and gentlemen, it's Booby Lindsay, a zip-de-doo-dah. So I'm like, fucking get out of here, man.
She's like, only WB.
No. The Dolphins lose the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
The laces were in.
The laces were out.
It's but for I guess my point is like for my wife who is like she's beyond the outsider. She's beyond the outsider. She's looking in, you know. Right. She's the outsider looking in. Because I basically force her to watch the shit. She's like
Kevin Nash in this
yeah. Story. She goes, that woman's wearing blackface. And I go, she is. A little bit.
A little
bit. Yeah, she is. And then I showed her
NAACP.
And then I showed her she's Rachel Dolezal. I show her a picture of Lana when she first started. My wife goes, "Oh my god, she's so white and blonde hair." I go, "Yeah."
Yeah. It's wrestling, babe. You wouldn't get it.
You wouldn't get it. She's like, it's the racial divide.
Oh God.
Oh man.
By the way, that documentary about
Rachel, right?
That Rachel Dolezal there is a documentary on Netflix called The Rachel Divide, and her kids are so just like cringed out by her. It's her kids are like, I don't know. Her kids are just like they're talking about like Rachel Dolezal and all the shit that she did. Her kids are just like, I don't know. I don't know.
I'm not related to her. I don't.
Yeah, I don't get it. I don't know what's going on.
I just fell out of the woman's vagina. I really don't know. I just.
But they didn't go right. I don't know.
Riz has got a good wrestling thought there on the right.
Weird.
Well, it's like what's his face? It's like wrestling is, you know, the video we always reference. It's like what he says, like when wrestling is awesome, it's awesome. Or when wrestling is bad, it's fucking terrible. When it's great, it's fucking great.
It's god awful.
And he says it. He says it perfect.
But you know what? Though we love
what's his name? Max. What's his name? Max something. Max. He does that video about the
Max Weinberg and the Max Weinberg 7.
No, it's
O'Brien.
No, it's the guy that he has like. It's the one that makes the video where like when Triple H is a woman. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I can't. I can never. Yeah,
I can't remember
exactly what you're talking. I can never.
It's a great video, but he's the one that says it best. Like when wrestling is bad, it's fucking terrible. When it's good, it's fucking great. Like it's. I mean, that's why we do this show, right? That's why we do a top 5 and then a top 5, like a top 5 best and top 5 worst. It's because there's amazing moments in wrestling. It's just unfortunately we tell our friend like people are like, "Oh, you watch wrestling?" And you're like, "Yes, I do." And then they're like, and you're like, "You got to watch it sometime. It's amazing." And then they watch it, and then the episode they watch is when like Mark Henry's giving, when Mae Young's giving birth to a hand. Yeah. It's like that's the episodes they watch.
McMahon says the N-word on live television.
right,
to a white guy from Massachusetts.
Yeah. But that's what they tune into is those episodes, and you're like,
Right.
no,
No.
look, there's amazing moments, but then they tune in and they watch DX doing blackface because of Nation of Domination, and you're like, well, it's fucking garbage. I know.
Well, that happened.
And that's why we do a whole show about it, because it's trash, but it's also amazing.
We need to get into this motherfucking top 5 because
let's do our top 5.
I'm so ready. I'm so ready for this. Man.
This is top 5 non-wrestlers, like non-wrestler celebrities who should be wrestlers.
Why don't you kick us off, Dusty? You seem pretty excited.
Okay. All right. Can I hold on one sec? Hold on.
This might be a first though.
This is and you know what? And this is the most original idea we've like that we've had. Like this is really.
I've never seen this on any other top 5.
Yeah,
no, me either.
Yeah.
This also might be. This might be the first time where we don't have very many wrestlers that cross over to anybody's list.
Yeah, because it's pretty wide open.
Yeah,
I wouldn't be surprised if one of mine, maybe even 2, hit yours. One of yours.
Okay.
Just because of.
Yeah. And also, like Dusty said, this is a pretty original list. Like no one's done a list like this on a wrestling channel I've ever seen. What culture's never done this list?
No.
Yeah. What culture can fucking have a cup of tea while we go to work here? All right. So
Dusty, who do you got?
I've got 2 managers that I want to talk about first.
Oh, managers! God damn it!
So these are people that
should be its own list.
Yeah. So
that's
maybe
a good one.
This will be a teaser for the next list.
Okay.
Cheers. Okay. Manager number 1, Bette Midler.
Oh, I can see that.
Imagine her just yelling and a screaming and a bitching and a pissing and a moaning?
Yeah, she'd be a Sherry or Vicky Guerrero type.
Oh, yeah. Excuse me.
Yeah.
She'd be a great rep manager. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Man. I love it.
Or she could do fart gags and Wind Beneath My Wings. I mean, it would just... There are so many options there because she's such a varied and talented person.
Oh, she's one of my favorite people of all time.
She's
I love Bette. Oh my
straight
god,
up diva.
Also, Dusty said the R word, and I will.
Oh, that's right. I did, didn't I?
Yeah.
What? Did you?
It was earlier.
I did.
Oh, I thought you said redhead because Bette Midler's a redhead.
Okay. And Derek is gonna pee his pants on this one. The next manager I think should exist is Leslie David Baker, the guy who plays Stan on The Office. Yeah. Dude, he looks like the manager of Lil Mac on Punch Out.
That's great, yeah.
Bing, bing, bing. So yeah, that'd be great. All right. So let's start with Ben Affleck.
Oh,
He
yeah.
got really stacked in Batman. He's 6'4", so he's just as tall as Triple H.
Yeah, he
could be a wrestler
to be Batman.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he would have a cool, like, he's what the Miz dreams of being.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So Ben Affleck would be great. Jason Momoa is a given.
Yeah.
That's great.
Put him in
Yeah.
there.
He's already got the Pacific Islander tattoo.
Yeah, he's got the lineage, right?
Yeah.
And he's also 6 feet 4 inches tall.
Yeah.
He's probably The Rock's cousin.
Probably, yeah.
Next one. This guy's more of a cruiserweight, but I think he's a shoe-in. Mark Wahlberg.
Okay.
small word. Be like,
Mark could do it.
Hey, I heard that you're the Intercontinental Champion. That's got to be nice. How's your mother? What's your mother? Tell her I said hi.
Say hello to your mother for me.
You'd have to keep him away from any of the Asian wrestlers, though.
Hey, R-Truth, that's a nice set of teeth. To say hi to your mom for me. Like, I would fucking love that. Mark Wahlberg.
I hate to be. I know it's been a year, but we haven't brought up that Marky Mark did have a hate crime in the 80s where he beat up a dude specifically because he was Asian and broke his eye. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
He broke his eye?
Yeah, like the bone
like the
here.
Socket, yeah.
Yeah, he broke his eye socket.
God.
Yeah, he fucked that dude up. And people just...
lattice or whatever the fuck you call it.
People just let it go.
The
oxyorbital.
The orbital boner.
Yeah. He fucked that dude up.
I still like him for the list, though.
I do.
Randy Orton has a kind of a shady past, though, as far like Randy's got a Randy's a great back.
But Randy never went oh.
No, that's true. But Randy has a great back, like, locker room presence right now. But there are a lot of stuff. There's a lot of stuff that Randy did that's not cool.
It sounds like Randy's grown up a bunch.
Yeah, he has. He's a leader now.
Well, do you see what Chris Jericho tweeted about Randy? Not to talk about Randy or anything, but let's talk about it. Did you see what Chris Jericho posted on Randy's Twitter? So Randy tweeted, which is the gayest thing he's ever done, and he he was talking about how much of a shit he was back in the day and how appreciative he was of the leadership that he was given. Somebody passed away. I don't know who the hell it was. They're dying they're dropping like flies. Anyway, Chris Jericho did a short little snappy tweet and was like, well, I hope that some along the lines of, I hope that you're able to help the kids that are coming up and to not be such a pain in the ass like you were back in the day. I love you, but you were a pain you're a pain. Yeah. You're a piece of shit.
I think he probably was, though, a real pain in the ass.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
But now
there's
he's
an evolution.
So good in the ring, though. There's an
evolution. Yeah. If you watch the Evolution WWE Network documentary thing, Triple H and Batista both have stories about I guess the quote is Triple H is like, I don't know why you're doing this to yourself, but you've got the world ahead of you and you're being a dick and I don't know why you're doing this.
But now he puts over talent and.
Because he understands, man.
But he also he had that thing this year earlier where he was like, hey, I've done a lot of things where I shouldn't have done and I was mean. He's had this whole he's in his renaissance now. And then I also as an adult human being, the earlier version of you is the shittiest version. And I think he's realized that. He's realized that as an adult too. I was a piece of shit. I did piece of shit things. And then So I have a lot of respect for Randy and for any human being who could have that kind of self-realization and be like, I have to grow as a human.
Yeah.
All right. So who
got a lot of growing to do. All right. No,
Randy Sport.
I do. I'm a piece of shit.
Also, Randy's got a huge hog, but let's keep going.
Speaking of dudes with huge hammers, I would love to see this guy pro wrestle. Bob Saget. 6'4". 6'4".
Is he really that tall?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Wow.
You bulk him up. He could come out and do the America's Funniest Home Videos fucking.
I bet he would be a monster on the mic too.
Oh yeah, he's a comedian. He's a genius comedian, man.
His off the cuff stuff is hilarious.
Oh yeah. He'd roast the shit out of you, and
I remember
he'd be so over.
A couple years ago. he was on a couple of years, like 10 years ago. He was on like a reunion show, like on a like with Tom Bergeron, you know, is like the host. He's the newest host of like America's Funniest Home Videos.
No, it's fucking the lame dude
but this
from
is where
Prince of Bel-Air.
But this is when Tom Bergeron.
I'm sorry.
This is when Tom Bergeron was on there though, and they had like a 25th year anniversary or something, and they brought in Bob Saget, and Bob Saget like was like starting to make jokes, and like off the cuff, Bob Saget's like, I'm gonna ruin this whole thing. Like he was just like, because he had, you know, this is like post like Bob, like people like saw what his humor actually is, and like he's vile. He's bad. He's one of my favorites of all time. That's how bad he is. So Bob Saget's like, he's like, I'm gonna ruin this whole thing. Like on like live TV, he's just like, he's like, I'm gonna bring down this whole thing. I know it. Like, and it was so good. It was so funny. Like, just the self-realization that Bob Saget had to be like, I'm gonna ruin this whole thing.
It'd be so good.
Yeah.
But
anyway,
he's a big ass dude. So
I didn't know he was 6'4" though. I didn't know he was 6'4". That's awesome.
So that's a theme that we're looking at right now.
Yeah.
See, we've done Bob Saget, we've done Ben, we've done Bet, we've done Leslie, we've done Jason, done Mark. Okay, so these were the last two. So Conan O'Brien.
He's another giant.
6'4". Now, I don't know if you guys could pick up a picture of him like with like an angry, like his war face, like where he's squeezing. Like, can you find a picture of him opening up a pickle jar or like really go? Like he's got the face,
like angry.
Yeah, but it's so over the top and unbelievable, and also like. I don't know. I think if he could be like, he could be better than Sheamus. Like, let him get like, ha! Like, let him do the Conan O'Brien show on Raw. You know, like let him be the talk show host. But then
give him like a 10-minute segment.
You know?
I could see them bringing him in as like a guest host, though. You know, like a host of WrestleMania. Like
sure,
they do that.
And then he slaps the shit out of Ricky Steamboat or something. Yeah.
And then have him like get involved.
Yeah. I think it would work, man.
He could be a Roddy Piper character.
Yeah.
Well, I don't want to pigeonhole him in the talk show host or the Irish host. Like, I don't want to railroad him. Like, I think it would be cooler than that. I think he'd come into his own, you know. I don't know.
Yeah,
I think he'd be a natural. I think he'd be a natural. And then my final one. Now, this one is not just because I believe it, but also like I want to see her in less clothing. Maria Sharapova.
Oh, the tennis? Is she a tennis player?
Yeah, Russian. Yeah, put her on the roids. Have her do some extra push-ups.
Okay.
She's 6'2".
No,
wow, I didn't know she was so tall. Wow.
Just have her slap the shit out of just
everybody.
She doesn't have to wrestle nobody. Just fucking slap him in the mouth. It's over.
Dude, fucking give her a tennis racket.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
Have her come out and be like horny.
Yeah. I think Maria Sharapova could be the greatest wrestler of all time.
Sure,
she tosses
but
the
also,
racket
I
to
want to see her in underwear, so it's my fault.
Backhand pinning predicament.
I love it. That's great. I'll go next.
Okay.
My honorable mention is one who has been involved with wrestling before, but I always thought it was a great fit, and I thought it was a lot of fun. And that was when Cody was still in WWE and he was Stardust. Stephen Amell got involved.
That dude really likes wrestling.
He does.
Like, really likes wrestling.
Stephen Amell, he played Arrow on the CW.
Oh, I'm sorry. I buy the comic books. I don't watch the TV show.
So he played the Green Arrow on the CW.
Okay, and he's never played anything.
I love the Green Arrow.
Yeah, so he got involved.
The comic book.
Yeah, he got involved. He got involved in a storyline when Stardust was still in it, and it was a lot of fun. And it was he just loves wrestling, and I loved that. So he's my honorable mention. because he's been involved with wrestling.
Okay. I can hear you. I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Yeah.
All right. It's like a real podcast now.
Yeah.
It is.
All right.
You're just a little.
So
Sorry.
here's my other list member. Okay. So first off, Vin Diesel. Why has Vin Diesel never been a wrestler?
Because
He
he's
almost
not
made my
smart
list.
enough.
I don't know that he could do promos. I think he would
It would
have
just
to.
sound like a D&D setting or some shit.
Yeah.
He would have to spend all of his time
But I feel like
leading up, like rehearsing.
I feel like he's nerdy enough to love wrestling, though. Like it's weird to me that he's never been a part
Not
of
nerdy enough,
Yeah.
man.
it. My other choice is Ron Perlman.
Yeah. There's a dude that likes to spend hours in the makeup chair too. He could be just about anything.
He does dusty finishes at the end with a club every time.
Also,
Yeah.
he's also got that voice. Like he's like Ron Perlman he's got a great voice.
War never changes.
Josh Brolin,
Oh,
Okay.
hey.
Thanos himself, Cable
There you go.
himself.
He's Cable. What the fuck is going on?
He'd be great. My other one has been involved. He was supposed to have a storyline, but he didn't. They ended up not going with it. But with Shaq,
He's still talking about it.
Hey, that's
Like,
a great idea.
As of like 2 weeks ago, he was training.
he was. So Shaq was supposed to have like he came in that Royal Rumble, and he had a little showdown with the Big Show, and I was like, man, yeah, Shaq, let's do it. Let's do Shaq and the Big Show for WrestleMania. I'll fucking watch. I don't care. Also, I love Shaq. Hey, I'm gonna beat you up. I thought that Shaq would be a lot. Kazam. I'm gonna beat you up. I'm gonna beat you up. I'm gonna beat you up real good. I'm Shaq. So
I just like Shaq.
Shaq.
Honestly.
And my final choice, man, this is gonna be he'd be a cruiserweight for sure. Bear with me here. Shia LaBeouf.
Oh yeah.
Actual
If I was gonna be a wrestler, he'd be my tag team partner.
Dude.
Like we're both
Right.
we're the same guy.
Yeah.
Oh, you guys could do twin magic.
I'm Shia LaBeouf and he's Dusty Katzimer. Like
I love it.
Like if I were a caricature of a celebrity, I'd be
Okay.
him. And if he were a caricature of a normal person, he'd be me.
I also feel like Shia LaBeouf, because of like his personal life and like the stuff that he's had in his real life, like where he's gotten arrested and has been like a weird guy. He's also kind of he's like one of those, like he's an artist too. Like he takes his craft very seriously. I thought like Shia LaBeouf
And
could
he's an anti-hero like me. Like I have a lot of enemies.
I can see it.
Um,
So I kind of
but
thought Shia LaBeouf could do like an Andy Kaufman-esque.
that's the
thing.
fucking best thing I've ever heard.
So like
That's the best. You win the choices. Do we have
So,
a belt for who makes the right pick?
His would have to be with midgets though, instead of women. Could you
They're
imagine?
Hey, Chris, they're little people, all right?
Not to Shia LaBeouf, they're not.
Hey, I represent that.
Don't put your
hang
hang-ups on Shia LaBeouf.
I don't know how tall
He's
Shia
an
LaBeouf
actual
is.
animal. He's putting little people through tables every week.
Here's the thing:
They challenged me.
If Shia LaBeouf did wrestling, though, we would be thoroughly entertained
Absolutely.
because
Dude, I love anything. He could kill the president, and I'd be like, "That's my guy."
I think
That's my guy.
I love Shia LaBeouf too. Like I think he's
I love him.
insanely
He
talented.
can do no wrong.
Yeah.
He could rape Bill Cosby. I'd be like, well, serves him right.
Anyone could rape Bill Cosby and I'd high five him.
I guess you're right.
Bad example.
Shia LaBeouf is 5'9".
Really?
Yeah.
So if Shia LaBeouf is my dream wrestler that I didn't know about, then can his dream manager that I didn't think about be Sandra Bullock? Like, that would be right up my alley. You know what I mean?
Sure. The Speed 3. Zamboni to the ring.
So this is the original camera from the Vio, and it's really bad.
Bree.
Oh yeah, you look
Bree
like a
says
conspiracy theorist.
The audio is all right, though, right?
Yeah.
I think the cameras are fighting
Like
each
John
other.
Lithgow. Okay, so Bree says John Lithgow dressed as Winston Churchill, like when he was on The Crown, or Christian Bale when he was in The Machinist.
Ooh.
John Lithgow
And they have to
from
fight
Third
each
Rock from the Sun.
Yeah.
That's my John Lithgow's my favorite. Yeah, right. Like, I'm gonna listen to somebody whose favorite wrestler is fucking. I don't know.
Oh, she likes.
I'm trying to guess. Who's your favorite wrestler, Bree?
She likes the man, Becky Lynch.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah, she bought a shirt. She got the man shirt, like the.
Oh
Becky
yeah,
Lynch shirt.
yeah.
Oh,
It's a good thing I wasn't at your wedding, because I'd stand up and be like, "No, she likes Becky Lynch.
She
Get
didn't
this
buy an
fucking
Asuka
dummy
shirt.
out of here."
Get her out.
I like Becky Lynch though, so.
I
So
don't.
that
know.
was my
Bayley.
list. That's my list.
Anybody
All right.
who fucking
All right.
Seth.
My first one is incredibly obvious.
Okay.
It's Terry Crews.
Oh.
Yeah.
I thought if I was going to have any crossover, it would be Terry Crews. Because that dude, you talk about people who can do no wrong.
Okay. Oh.
Fucking Terry Crews.
Okay.
Uh,
Real quick, Bree said, "Why not John Goodman?" She's just thinking of people greased up.
Oh, John Goodman when he was in The Gambler. Have you seen that?
There you go. Yeah,
That was
that's good.
it was like an audition for being the Kingpin. He was awesome.
Fuck, dude. Terry Crews is a great choice, though.
Oh yeah, he could come out as Camacho.
Oh yeah, I mean, Terry Crews is actually a really good choice. I mean, I'm really mad I didn't choose Terry Crews.
I'm really surprised neither one of you picked him because he's like
perfect.
He's like a living.
Also, I've seen his ad-libbing abilities because I watched Brooklyn Nine-Nine and I watched the bloopers and stuff, and he's hilarious. Like he would be,
funny.
Yeah.
He's one of those dudes that I think sometimes is reined in by the script.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a huge.
That's
Terry
a great.
Crews fan.
I'm
fan
really
of several of these.
I'm really mad that I didn't choose that. That's a really good choice.
My number one choice, though, is not technically a celebrity. He's one of those internet famous people who was only there for like 5 minutes, but he was awesome too. Next on the list, though, is Kevin Durand. This is the one I had to go to IMDb to get his name. He was in. He's a bad guy in everything. 310 to Yuma, Walking Tall, Smoking Aces, Real Steel. He's in like everything. But he's in Wolverine, right? Like he's the Blob. Yeah. And he's just got that look about him, like and he's big, he's built, and he would just be a great like mid-card heel.
Yeah, he would be really good. He would have been a he's a great character actor too. Like he could have played several parts even. Like you know, almost like the Godfather, you know, like he played several parts. Like I feel like Kevin Durand could have played like several different. Yeah, he was both a witch doctor and a pimp. Yeah, I like that. That's a great choice. There's a big range there. Yeah, that's a good choice. Yeah.
Oh my God, talk about fucking last week. Come on, man. I'll make him a voodoo wish. Come on, man.
Up next was my pick for Thor. As well, before they cast the MCU. Oh, Hemsworth. Alexander Skarsgård. Oh. His dad ended up being in Thor. But that dude is, I think he's about 6'3" or 6'4", and he's built like a champion, and he just looks like a Viking. Yeah. So he was on my list. Joe Manganiello. is
Oh yeah, no, hey, wait, hold on. That's really good.
That's a really good choice, man.
Yeah.
When I was looking up videos on how to properly pronounce his name, the trailer for Arch Enemy came up. That's his new movie. It looks fucking sweet. Yeah. If you haven't watched the trailer, watch the trailer for Arch Enemy.
Joe Manganiello is also one of my choices. We talked about this on the Times from the Prolly show, but he was my alternate choice for Dr. Doom. Like my first choice is Clive Owen, but Joe Manganiello is he's my alternate choice for Dr. Doom. I think he would do actually a really good job.
Oh yeah, I think he could play just about anything too.
Man, that's a great choice. He should be a wrestler. In fact, he also does a lot of weird. He's kind of a funny guy too. It's kind of weird that he hasn't been involved with wrestling in some capacity,
especially because I think he's a fan.
Yeah, I think he is too. I think I've seen him. Yeah. I think I've seen him like he was at like one of the WrestleManias and stuff. Like he's into wrestling. Like I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, and he's built like a tank.
Yeah, he is.
And I'm pretty sure he's like 6'4" too. And my number one is a sleeper. I don't know if you guys remember this. It was an early internet thing. The Techno Viking.
Oh, get the fuck out of here, Chris.
Oh, yeah.
Do you remember that, dude?
We could play the video, right? We have to show the video of him like dancing down the street. Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah. Like he rescues 2 or 3 girls. He chugs some water. He's probably on ecstasy.
Dude, his point when he's like pointing, dude, like Macho Man Randy Savage would blush at that point. No, that point when he points at the guy and he gives him the stare, dude, that's the most wrestling thing I've ever seen in my life. You
ever.
Dude, Chris, you won the game. You get the belt. I thought Derek had it, but man, Techno Viking is the way to go, but that's the move.
By the way, Joe Manganiello is 6'5".
Oh,
no, he's the perfect size. Yeah, he is a perfect size.
Yeah. He was the only good thing about the later seasons of True Blood.
He could slap Triple H in the face and look at him in the eye while he's doing it. That's incredible. Yeah.
And I bet he's low-key tough as fuck.
Bree wants to know who we think would play Vince McMahon in a movie when he dies.
Can I think about this for a second?
Yes.
Yeah, give me a few minutes.
Okay. Actually, that is a really good question.
Yeah, because they will do it. They'll do a biopic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
I think they would. I think
I know who. I think I. Well, I got two. Yeah, dude, that point. I'm telling you, that point. He's like, can I?
Look at that dude.
He's, ladies and gentlemen, on his way to the ring from Stockholm, Sweden, weighing 250 pounds. The Demon from Sweden and the World Wrestling Federation World Heavyweight Champion.
Look at him go. Look at him go.
Oh, my God. Get the fuck out of here, dude. I've seen this a million times, and I'm always astonished.
What's his finisher?
I don't know. The socks with Crocs on. I don't know.
You know he hits something real big. Then he does that point.
The best fucking thing ever. It's the big boot. He just does the big boot. It's over.
Boot. Yep.
I think it'd be like a Techno Viking like clothesline.
Hilarious.
Like a Techno Viking like clothesline from hell.
And then the point.
No, the point is right beforehand, and then he He gets you.
Okay, so before we end the show, who's a good choice to play Vince Kennedy McMahon before, like, when he dies?
Daniel Day-Lewis.
Daniel Day-Lewis is always the perfect choice.
Can you imagine how horrible that would be for the people around him?
Oh yeah.
Who cares about the people around him?
Look, man, Daniel Day-Lewis is an artist.
And he would be the guy if you're if he's gonna do Abraham Lincoln, then he's got to do Vincent Kennedy McMahon.
If he were president, he'd be Abraham Lincoln.
Honestly,
there it is. There it is. Damn it!
There it is.
Oh, that's great.
They picked Daniel Day-Lewis. Oh, well, Bree says like Foxcatcher Steve Carell.
No.
He'd have to hit the weight room.
He'd have to hit the weight room is what they say.
No.
For sure.
No.
Like huge.
No.
He's like tiny.
No.
Vince
McMahon's a big boy. He's a big boy, ripped.
Vincent's ripped.
I know he's
Yeah. He is a wrestler.
We do a deep fake.
Bree says I could do a deep fake.
No. We want art. We want artistry, not
We
CGI.
want art. They want the real thing. Daniel Day-Lewis.
6'2",
I think
240 is
I
his
think
build size.
I think it's DDL, bruh.
I just, as long as I do the voice for it. Big sweaty man.
Big sweaty man.
That's pretty good.
I'll do the voice for it at least. Who would play Triple H? Triple H would play Triple H. Play himself.
Chris Hemsworth would play Triple H.
Chris Hemsworth.
There you go.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, he'd be really good. Yeah.
He would do well.
And then Danny DeVito is Ric Flair. Oh, I'm styling and profiling.
Just keep him the same
just want to
baldness.
be pure.
But his
Somebody
dress is
throw me
trash
in the trash. Woo!
I've been trying to teach Mara to woo.
That's so good. I'll play the outro. Man, that was a good show. That was a lot of fun.
Yeah, good show, fellas.
I'm glad we didn't have any overlap. That was a good one.
We're doing worst. We're doing wrestlers who shouldn't be in the ring next week.
Actual wrestlers who should not be professional wrestlers.
Yeah.
We're doing that next week. All right, everybody. Thanks for listening to the show. Smartmark Wrasslin Radio. TimespentPoorly.com. You can find this show literally anywhere you want to listen to podcasts. But please, on YouTube, make sure you smash and like that subscribe button. That's what all the YouTubers say. And that's what I'm saying right now.
And click the bell icon so
bell.
that you get alerts every time we have new content.
That's it. Also, find Dusty on TikTok. That's a thing that he does, and that's a thing that promotes the show.
He didn't get banned for showing his ding dong on TikTok?
You want to see my ding dong? All right, everybody.
My ding dong.
Everybody have a great weekend. Music provided to you by Wide Stance with our lead singer here. This is a band that Chris and I are not involved with, but Dusty is involved with it. A great show.
We got a new member of the band.
Very nice.
So things are looking up.
All right, everybody. Have a great weekend. Have a great night. And enjoy that wrestling.